2110.
This is AENN, American Exceptionalism News Network.
I'll show you how this really plays out. Anybody recognize this? What is it? Yeah, it's a Muslim red crescent. Right. This right here is a multi-million-dollar memorial. It's a multi-million-dollar memorial that's being built right now in Shanksville, Pennsylvania. Right exactly where the plane crashed, Flight 93. If you were to take this, come to the center point right here, which is the crash site, draw a line directly that way, follow it around, it goes to Mecca. The largest mosque in the world is being built on the site of Flight 93 crash site. That's how long they've been here. This is serious business. That's your National Park Service. Am I connecting some dots there? The feds are that deep with these people, and this is what they do. This is their playground. They've already gone through the whole thing. I have talked to the Burnetts, Tom Burnett Sr. and his wife. Tom Burnett Jr. was one of the ones who got in the cockpit and brought the plane down. They're friends of mine. How can you not be friends with them? And they have fought and fought and fought against this. But somebody said, well, what about this whole thing? Contact Fox News. What was the issue they were talking about, the VA? My hint, call Megyn Kelly's staff, just a little hint, just call them in New York and say you're representing this area and you want some answers and see what they'll do. That would be a help. But you know, Fox has covered that. Nobody else did. Mainstream media turned off. Now this guy here, and this is where a big dot's going to be connected for you. This guy here is Steve Emerson. He's with the Investigative Project on Terrorism. And I was looking in a couple years ago to the relationship between the President of the United States and the Muslim Brotherhood. And I got to tell you, I was threatened. Now, what happens when you threaten me? That's not the thing to do, because I'll look deeper. I think that's because I'm an American. And this is my country. And I'm trying to find the truth. So I started digging around for some more truth. And I started to realize I knew the depth of his connection to the Muslim Brotherhood. I knew it was really, really deep, but I needed evidence because I knew it was in the White House at the time. So on Drudge, one day, it was in October of 2012, on Drudge, there's a little article. How many watch or read Drudge? Go to Drudge. Okay, you know, on the left-hand side, they kind of leave their stories for a couple of days. You know, they just kind of hang out. And so I looked at this one, and it was links to the Muslim Brotherhood in the White House. I thought, that's it. So I clicked it, I read it, and I went, wow, I know I'm going to hear it on Fox that night. I'm going to hear it everywhere. Nothing happened. And my radio show was on Saturday then. And I said, oh. 2 days go by, and it's still stuck in that same spot. Now, that's kind of unusual. So I said, okay, I'm going to call them in Washington, D.C. So I called the Investigative Project. I called Steve Emerson and John Rasmundo. And their secretary picked up and said, hey, I'm Paul Preston, doing a radio show called Agenda 21 Radio. Really? Oh, my God, really? It was like hysteria on the other end of the line. And I thought, Paul Preston, Agenda 21, KOIC, small station. You know, I'm thinking, what's really wrong here? I was the first one from the electronic media to call them about the story. So we put them on the air it was actually Friday, that next Friday, and that was the first time it ever went out on the air about the connections between the Muslim Brotherhood, the people in the White House being members of the Muslim Brotherhood, and President Barack Hussein Obama. That's how tight people are with this. They don't want it known, but you know now. The links are definitely there. 100%. This is something, none of the climate change people say nothing's, everything's, it's a closed case, and it is. And in a second, you're going to find out that other people actually feel the president has switched teams now, and he's playing for Al-Qaeda. By the way, what the president is doing here is not a gesture as a governance or a world leader, as one world leader to another. He's doing this out of respect because he is a Muslim. Do we understand that? Okay. Extortion 17, Navy SEAL teams shoot down. How many have heard about this? Major General Paul Valley's been on my show many times. I consider him a personal friend now. I just had dinner about a month ago. He's deep into this, as he is deep into Benghazi, the Citizens Committee for Benghazi, which, by the way, the report just came out. This was a deliberate stunt, a terrorist act orchestrated from the White House. I'm just telling you that because that will come out. By this guy, John Brennan. He's currently the director of the Central Intelligence Agency and former counterterrorism advisor to President Obama. He was the counterterrorism Obama the night of Benghazi. And he was also orchestrating what Al-Qaeda was about to do that night. That was disrupted by 2 former Navy SEALs. You see, that night was all about snatch and grab Stevens, and he was going to be taken as a hostage, later to be traded for the Blind Sheik. Who was the Blind Sheik? The guy who was the first bomber of the Twin Towers, right? But the story goes on behind that. This is John Brennan taking his oath of office on a draft copy of the Constitution. You know, without those wonderful little amendments like 1 and 2. Symbolically, I've been told by people in the Muslim faith that they get the point that what he's going to substitute is Sharia law over our Constitution. This is the game. You can believe me, you can't believe me. I'm just telling you what I know, and I'm telling you what some top people in the nation are saying. Flamed up Hillary at Benghazi hearings. How many have worked with gang kids before? You know what the term flamed up means, right? What's it mean? You're out representing, man. If you're a gangster kid, you see these guys with the red and the blue and all these other, all you Jefferson guys, you're blue and gold. You're out representing, right? Well, in the gang world, that's what it means. Hillary Clinton, who's chief of staff of Abedin, shows up in your colors. Not really. She shows up in the colors of the Al-Qaeda flag, the Muslim Brotherhood flag, the green and the gold and the black at that hearing. Now, why would she do that? Do you think she might be signaling something to the Muslim world? Absolutely. The people that I've talked to who have talked to the family members are absolutely disgusted because they get it. They got it right away. I was told they got it right away when she walked in the room. There's something wrong with that picture. There's Anthony, right there. There's Anthony. I didn't put a big picture of Anthony up. Stop it. Don't go there.